Zdravím všechny gamery a gamerky, zaklínače a zaklínačky a vítám vás u 7. dílu retro let's play série na hru Zaklínač 3 Divoký Hon. Minule jsme pozbírali zbytek otazníčků v Bělosadu, našli jsme motherfucka zmínit stříbrný meč a nakopali jsme zadnici královskému Grifovi. No a teď nás zbývá poslední pokec před opuštěním Bělosadu, tady v té hospodě. Ale ještě než odejdeme, zmínil bych a doporučil bych před opuštěním Bělosadu ještě jednou navštívit Tomiru, tu bylinkářku. A pokud jste to už neudělali, tak si od ní koupit recept na elixír bílý raci, což je tady ten. A ideálně si k tomu nakoupit i co nejvíc surovin na jeho výrobu, zejména tady těch různých kořalek, bylinkový likér, třešňový likér, mandragovice. Tady písačnici, ta se dá se úplně v pohodě a prázdná láhev taky, ale ty 3 kořálky určitě. A doporučoval bych si nakoupit toho, no, ideálně co nejvíc to půjde. Protože tato ingredience, ten bílý racek, tak je nutný pro výrobu prvotřídních lektvarů a elixírů, tedy elixírů na 3. stupni. Jelikož jak elixíry, tak teda oleje a tak i zaklínačská výzbroj jdou vylepšovat. Takže tohle si před odchodem z Bělosadu určitě pořiďte, protože ono se to potom docela době schání. No a my teď navštívíme královský hrad v Wyzimě, tady po Pokecu s Emhyrem. A tam si s náma bude chtít popovídat samotný císař Emhyr von Emreis, bílý plamen tančící na mohylách mrtvých nepřátel, který ho dabuje, podržte si klobouky, Charles Dance. Sám Tywin Lannister dabuje císaře Emhyra, což je prostě úplně boží. Tak, jdeme na to. Ještě bych upozornil, že tato epizoda bude teda poměrně povídací, bude tam hodně cutscén, hodně videí, takže s tím počítejte, že nebude úplně tak akční.
Yennefer's in Vyzimě. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Who are they?
Patriots, drinking their 7th round for Temeria, fist starting to itch.
Don't see any Nilfgaardians.
They'll find another foe. I'll buy some provisions for the journey, then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it, just this once.
What happened to the lilies?
Took them down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog, said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my sister attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt! Leave me be!
Uh-oh, už se to zvedá.
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You all right?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true? What the Emperor promise you freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
No, tak přece jenom nějaká akce bude. Jo, poměrně rychlá. Oh, home run.
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
A ty jsi fakt pěkná. Oh.
See his face! God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
No, řezník z Blavikenu se opět prokázal. Ale co mu zbývalo? Chudák Geralt.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Wyzimě. Ready your horses.
Spent the last 6 months in the saddle. Haven't seen you for 2 years. Can we take a moment to...
Sadly, we cannot. Someone awaits you, Geralt. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emhyr var Emreis, or to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse?
I didn't, though I could have.
No, Geralt myslí jenom na to jedno, ale ho císař má přednost. Co asi tak nabídnou, Yennefer?
Must have been a damn good offer then. Not many things you'd give up your freedom for, and even fewer people.
The sooner we set off, the sooner you'll find out.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
Recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then?
Geraltovi vlasy jsou skvělý. Yennefer se ani nehnoval, Geralt je ještě zahledal. Já.
audience.
Tak vtipný, že ten most, který tady Yennefer rozbila, tak už byl rozbitý, když my jsme tam chodili k tomu gryfímu hnízdu.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Wyzimě.
S mostíkem to byla lehounce chybička. A nevadí, nevadí. A další možnost miniatury Geralta ve vaně. Super. Těch není nikdy dost.
It must suffice.
Think Emhyr cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Catwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
Oh no, Fulson, no.
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does. Yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard, we consider beards hard on the eyes. Especially beards infested with lice.
Been on the road a while. Fine, do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
And prepare to answer some questions.
General, I am not certain this is the appropriate time.
I can't think of a better time. Men turn honest when they feel a blade at their throat. Morvran Voris, commander of the Alba division. Before they take you in to see the Emperor, there's some information I need you to verify. It's a formality, but one that must be seen to.
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
So, Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth unknown. Parents unknown. Age unknown. All insignificant details. Let us proceed to more recent events. The siege of La Valette Castle. The fate of the defending commander, one Arian.
Tak, a tady máme tu už dříve avizovanou možnost zvolit si z několika rozhodnutí, které jsme vlastně udělali v Zaklínači 2, v případě, že teda nemáte předchozí savey. A nebo v případě, že si chcete navolit jiný konec, než za jaký jste to dohráli. A je tady teda několik otázek a první je na to, jestli jsme ušetřili Ariana La Valette při obléhání toho hradu na začátku 2. To jsem ještě hrál. A já jsem tam Ariana rozhodně vždycky ušetřil.
We fought on opposing sides, true. Then we landed in the same dungeon. Arian escaped, set fire to the castle on his way out.
So that is how the blade started. Our reports suggested the dragon was responsible. Moving on. You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made your way to Vergen. My question is how?
No, a dál jsem se v Zaklínači 2 nedostal, vždycky jsem ztroskotal hned mu zabití Foltesta. Takže dál už nevím a budu si to vlastně tak jako typovat, byť jsem si dal na internetu celkem našel, co by to mělo ovlivňovat. Ale tady si dáme, že jsme odešli s Vernonem Rošem.
I got out of Flotsam with Vernon Roche, commander of the Blue Stripes, and
a murderer of non-humans. We know this gentleman well, Witcher. You forge interesting alliances.
Something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
We shall shave you again if it does. Very well. The infamous summit at Loch Muin. You were there. And once again meddled in the affairs of the mighty.
Jasně. Sjezd v Loch Muin. Nevím moc o co jde, ale vždycky zachráníme Triss.
The mighty had imprisoned Triss Marigold. Ought to know I care about her, and I tend to rescue those I care about.
And so you did, handing Radovid control of the Conclave and Council of Mages in the process.
Nilfgaard recently started a war, unprovoked. So do us both a favor and stop moralizing.
The gentleman must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult. Because, from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope blow your friend Sheila de Tanserville to bits.
No, Sheila de Tanserville dostala, co si zasloužila. Určitě jo.
An old acquaintance more like. Not so close that I felt bad for her, but close enough that I knew she deserved it.
He believes he alone knows what is good and what is evil, and that this gives him the right to dispense justice. Your comrade Letho of Gullet described you so. Quite accurate, I'd say.
My comrade, your agent.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches included.
Jo. A poslední otázka, která se týká Zaklínače dvojky, tak je, jestli jsme zabili nebo nezabili Leta. Já dám, že jsme ho nezabili. A jenom tak pro zajímavost, pokud byste si teda nedali, že chcete nasimulovat ty savey ze Zaklínače dvojky, nebo rozhodnutí, tak ta hra je vlastně udělá za vás skrytě, ne takhle v tomhle rozhovoru. A pokud byste si to teda nedali, tak by vám to nasimulovalo to, že jste ušetřili Ariana Lavalete, že jste se vydali s Vernonem Roachem, zachránili jste Anais v Loch Muin, ne Triss, byť teda Triss samozřejmě přežil. Potom, že jste nechali Sheilu de Tankerville zemřít a že jste Leta zabili. Takže některé rozhodnutí jsme tady změnili, tady teda dáme, že spojenectví stále trvá, Leto teda žije a jedeme.
That an ongoing alliance? What's Letho up to?
I had hoped you would answer that question.
Ah, so Letho's hiding from you. Must have a good reason. Was there a shift in national interest that might have caused that? I don't know where he is. Wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. Blade or no blade to my throat.
I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but the truth on pain of imprisonment or death, etc., etc. Here and here.
With these formalities seen to, I would ask the general to leave the room. We shall be choosing the gentleman's attire. An important matter, but one that does not require the general's assistance.
Shame. I might have given you some advice. So long, Geralt. Good luck with your audience.
Feels more like I'm being readied for a wedding.
Were that so, I would have prepared the gentleman a frock, a tailcoat, or possibly a dinner jacket. In point of fact, the gentleman will choose from these garments.
Black, black, or black?
We do not like garish colors in Nilfgaard. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
Jo, teď si musíme vybrat jeden z těch tří ohozů, ale taky tady můžeme ještě vylootovat, protože tady to nikomu nevadí. A knížky teda brát nebudeme, protože se mi pak nechce tahat všude, strašně mi překáží v inventáři a nemůžu se v tom pak vůbec vyznat. tady ještě něco vzít. O, tak to nebylo zase tak divoké. Tady ještě, tady. Jo. Je tady hezky vidět, že vlastně Wyzimě byla dobytá, dřív byla temerská, takže tady jsou ještě nějaké obložení s temerskými liliema, ale zároveň už tady, tam je třeba erb, ale zároveň už tady vysejí praporce a erby s nilfgaardským sluncem, takže je to takový trošku cringe. Asi budou ještě redekorovat. No a vybereme si tady teda nějaký outfit, vypadají všechny skoro stejně. Ten prostřední je trochu jiný, ale takový. Divný. Tak máme tenhle. Slušivé. Okay. A hodíme to na sebe. Jak to bude vypadat? No, lepší než ten ručník. Boty. Krása. Super, kámo. Jsem ready.
Black suits the gentleman. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
A studded doublet and a sword on my back, that's what would satisfy me. But tough, when in Nilfgaard.
Yes?
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
Confirm away.
Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse.
Jak to dělal? Levá noha před, pravá ruka vzad, pravá ruka na hruď. Aha. No, jako profík.
Lacking fluidity and grace, but we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me.
Jo, veď nás.
The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your arch magnificency?
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect. Imgrimi et art ketzer. Daifen aden in karn eb marvut. Emhyr var Emreis.
Bow. Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer ep the orde.
Väljen namen, vatkan favor. I thought you bowed before no man.
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends.
Hezký, Geralt.
Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cyrilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The wild hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
Jasně. Tady bych zmínil jenom jednu takovou tipnou maličkost. Ten nechutný portrét Ciri, který tam byl na té zdi, v těch uchylných růžových šatech, tak v rozšíření o víně a krvi je možnost si úplně stejný obraz zakoupit a pak si ho můžete pověsit ve svý vile v ložnici nad postelí, což je stejně hustý jako uchylný, ale ta možnost tady je, takže nemusí to být naposledy, co tuhle strašlivou hrůzu vidíme.
Are you sure? Ciri left, went far, far away.
Do you believe I'd drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be. I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless. If for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
I need information, not motivation. Ciri leaves few tracks. She'll be hard to find.
My corps of spies will help you. Count on them, and my army, should the need arise. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
Follow me, if the gentleman pleases. Please keep close. There are many honorable guests in the palace.
Yep, Charles
the gentleman
disgusts.
Need not bother.
By nás měl odvízt za Yennefer, která nám snad řekne o něco málo víc. Jo, tady je asi trůní síň. A tady je, počkej, hovokomoří. Tady je krásně vidět, jak redekorujou po temerský výzdobě. Tady nahoře vidíme, že už to mají vyzdobený nilfgaardskýma sluncema. Ale zároveň tady mlátí podlahu, protože tady v tom byl ještě s temerskýma lilijema. Tam je ještě trošku vidět. Takže je fajn, jak to takhle tady představujou. Tady ještě třeba nahoře je to pěkně vidět. Tak tady v těch oknech, tam jsou ještě temerský lilie, ale už to tady bourají, ničej a budou to redekorovat a dávat tam všude nilfgaardský sluníčka. No, krása. Je hezký, že ten život je tady vlastně takový fakt jako dotažený a takový jako fungující sám o sobě. Je to fajn.
Nee. Raadsliden echt es tun, es ist sauer an nee.
Es ist hier Finster nein macht. Nein Kopfurteil an
Když už jsme tady na tom nádvoří, tak si tady ještě na chviličku odběhneme. Tady už taky nilfgaardský slunce. No, nezaháleli kluci. A ještě si to na chvilku odskočím, protože tady je jedna taková maličká skrytá místnost. Budete zaklínačský smysly, tak se vám tady zvýrazní tato cihla. Která otevře tamhle tu tajnou místnost. Není tam teda nic jako světoborného skvělého, ale spíš taková, je tam teda sedlo, i když obyčejný, a je tam starý dopis, což je spíš takový easter egg na Zaklínače 1, takže se na něj mrkneme. Je to drahému Siru Roderiku 9. Odpust prosím mou liknovou odpověď, čekal jsem, než mi Govan Vivaldi potvrdí, že je tvá směnka kryta dostatečnými prostředky. Ne, že bych ti nevěřila, ale bohové pomáhají těm, kdo si pomáhá sám, jak říká kervenské rčení. A přímo k otázce. Kletba princezny Ady, což je ta, kterou jsme v jedničce osvobodili, nebo sejmuli z ní kletbu a přeměnili jsme ji ze Strigy zpátky na princeznu, tak tato kletba by se opravdu mohla vrátit. Onen zaklínač z Rivie, to jsme my, má pouze primitivní znalosti magických arkán. a tudíž nebyl schopen kouzlo sejmout v plné míře, místo toho je jen dočasně pozastavil. Takže aby se Ada mohla opět stát strigou, musela by pozřít jídlo se 3 kapkami krve ze svého otce krále Fortesta, 3 kapkami krve z vlka a 3 kapkami žluči z čerstvě pohřbené ženy, která žila do 100 let, ale nezačala žít svůj 101. rok. Wow, tak tomu říkám dost podrobný instrukce. Nad takto připraveným jídlem je třeba zakouzlit započatý trojúhelník, to by mělo stačit, ale prosím, aby zvážil, zda opravdu chceš tento poklesný čin provést. No, zní to fakt brutálně složitě, i s ohledem na to, že už i král Fortest je mrtvej, ale je to fakt takový hezký zavzpomínání na toho Zaklínače 1, takže je to fajn, že se tady dají najít i takovýhle malý drobnosti, malý easter eggy, což je super. Tak to bylo pár takových vyzimských tajemství, které se tady dají najít, a teď už teda jdeme zase za tou Yennefer. Množí se strašně táhne jak smrad, bych tady běhal jak raty.
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Jo, to určitě budeme potřebovat zpátky. Zvlášť ty skvělý zmí meče.
Yes, then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants guild.
A tady máme Yennefer.
Geralt, that tunic, you look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emhyr's court?
And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
No, vypadá o něco líp než na tom obrázku.
How about that? She's grown up?
It's been years since you trained together at Kaer Morhen. A great deal has changed.
You haven't. Not a bit.
I missed those awkward compliments of yours. But let's focus on Ciri, all right?
Right. Emhyr said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri. Using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emhyr's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic. Turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
The Wild Hunt? What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address. I know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I prefer not to think about it, really.
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In 2 places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse? Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Vel and get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting.
Tak. Dobrá, takže nás čeká cesta do Velenu. Yennefer se jde vypravit na Skellige. Bacha na ty knihy! Tak, a tohle je zhruba na takových 80 hodin naposledy, co jsme Yennefer viděli. Protože Velen bude kurva dlouhej. Knihy brát nebudem. Severu, Divoký Hon, Meč čarodějnice, Rezavínův na chleba, to vem! Jo, tady je ten obrázek Ciri. Nevypadá špatně. Tady básně. No dobře, zase tak skvělý věci tady nejsou. Ale stříbrný hanek. Víš, kolik těch portrétů tady mají? Stalker. A tady by mohlo být něco zajímavějšího. Černoželezná ruda, jasně, stříbro, paráda. Orény, runový kámen, šipka, éter. No! To už je o trošku lepší. Zamčeno. Jo. Tak, pokračujeme sem. Tady je teda velvyslanec Var Atry. Teď se pak pozeptáme na to, jak se vyvíjí válka. A ještě si proběhneme. Astutový rostok. Pyrožek. I když vlčí játra to nejsou, na co si budeme povídat. To by tady mohlo být asi všechno. No dobře, zase tak skvělý věci to nejsou.
Vyzimě.
Ambassador Varatra. Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
Sluhové, spolupracovníci císařovi. Yeah. Tak tam jsme měli k dispozici mapu, jasně. Tady teda tohle všechno už, ale ukáže se ještě, jo. Tenhle ten celý dolní kus, tak už je vlastně pod nadvládou Nilfgaardu A tady nahoře to červený, tak to je ještě pod nadvládou Redánie. Tady pak nahoře je Kovír a tak podobně. A my se poté zeptáme, jak to tady vypadá.
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwen remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoy, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwen, his ally. This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only 1 powerful one.
No, Radovid je pěkný mrdák. Co si budeme povědat?
That admiration I hear in your voice?
Radovid is our foe, but I cannot deny he is clever. He played us for fools, particularly dense ones at that. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emhyr var Emreis will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever, perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
Tak to znamená, že za ním musíme určitě jít. Protože Velen je největší prdel světa a tam se bude odehrávat velká část celé téhle obří hry. Yep, bude se na co těšit.
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Wyzimě, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships, and Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty. Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
What's new in Skellige?
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
No, tak to by bylo všechno. Takže ta hlavní hra se vlastně bude odehrát tady v tom Velenu, tady je pak teda Novigrad, Oxenfurt, takže tady v tom, no, tam, v tom místě, tady. Majoritní část hry bude tady a pak se teda přesuneme tady na ostrovy Skellige, kde to bude taky 3 prdele. Dobrý. Tak, díky za pomoc, můžeme jít.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
No, bych to nepřeháněl. Tak. Sorry. No. Vyzvedneme si vybavení u komořího, protože už nemůžu mít na sobě tyhle hadry ani o minutu díl. Hej, komoří.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
You.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
Yeah. Co nejdřív. Což znamená, že si projdeme spoustu vedlejšáků, spoustu zakázek, spoustu honeb za pokladem a pak možná někdy uděláme hlavní questy. Tak. Dobrý. To by mělo být tady ve Vyzimě všechno, no, respektive skoro všechno. Ještě je tady jeden vedlejší úkol, já vám ho jenom ukážu, protože se jedná o Gwent, který ale nehraju. Nicméně můžete tady vyhrát nějaký karty, které se pak sbírají. Já se v tom nevyznám a prostě to hrát nebudu, nebaví mě to, nelíbí se mi to, storáč. Jestli to někoho zajímá, tak to určitě zahrajte. Pro některé je to skvělá hra, dostala se dokonce i na deskoherní svět, takže si můžete dokonce i zakoupit, tuším, v reální podobě, jako karetku, ale já jsem se k tomu prostě nějak nedostal. No. Tak, to by bylo z Královského hradu ve Vyzimě všechno. Jakmile projdete tady těma dveřma, rychle cestování, tak se dostanete do Velenu. Otočíme, jak je vidět ta pěkná trůní místnost. Tak se dostanete do Velenu, kde strávíme 3 prdele a 4 půlky času. A je to vlastně tak, že teda po teďko nějakých plus minus 10 hodinách hraní, tak jsme víceméně opustili úvodní lokaci. Super. A teprve teď začíná ta pořádná pařba. Jo. Takže já vám děkuju za sledování, pokud se vám ta kecací epizoda líbila, tak dejte like. Pokud se vám hodně líbila, dejte odběr mýho kanálu, což mi hodně pomůže. Ať nepropásnete i žádnou další epizodu. Pokud se vám epizoda nelíbila, tak lajkujte a odebírejte taky, aspoň budete mít na co nadávat. V popisku pod videem najdete odkaz i na facebookovou stránku s informacemi o videích a o kanále. A já se budu těšit na další díl a vám přeji hodně štěstí na stezce. Vývoj!